Bangladesh cricket has plunged into turmoil after country's premier professional league was thrown into uncertainty following player-led boycott. The opening match of the Bangladesh Premier League today became a flashpoint as cricketers refused to take the field, demanding removal of Bangladesh Cricket Board Director Nazmul Islam, who had labelled former national team captain Tamim Iqbal as an Indian agent. The standoff forced postponement of the BPL fixture in Mirpur. Now, BCB, which is the Bangladesh Cricket Board, held an emergency virtual meeting today to remove Nazmul Islam from his role as the chairperson of the board's finance committee. Reports suggest that he was also sidelined from the cricket-related duties in the Bangladesh Cricket Board. However, he remains a director of BCB unless he resigns, as the BCB's constitution does not allow for his removal from present circumstances. Players, however, remain firm in the demand that he should step down entirely. Now, Nazmul Islam drew widespread condemnation after labelling Tamim Iqbal an Indian agent on social media. These statements prompted backlash from current players, former international players, as well as players and the fans of cricket in Bangladesh alike. The Cricketers Association of Bangladesh has now warned that players will not return to action unless Nazmul resigns as a director. Bangladesh's national team's captain across all formats reinforced this position at a joint press briefing today. Adding to the uncertainty is Bangladesh's upcoming participation in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in India. Tamim Iqbal has urged BCB to engage in dialogue with ICC and the Indian board, cautioning against rushed decisions that could harm Bangladesh cricket in the long term. Meanwhile, BCB has said it will take around 48 hours for Nazmul Islam to resign. And on this, the player's body has asked for an assurance in writing that if that does not happen, then BCB will compensate the players. My colleague Kabir is joining us with more details. Kabir, it does look like the Bangladesh Cricket Board is currently in a turmoil after players have raised objection to the continuous reign of Nazmul Islam. He's in the board of Bangladesh Cricket Board, and the players are not happy with the comments he's made in the past.
No, you're absolutely right, and like you pointed out, right at the center of this storm is Tamim Iqbal, Bangladesh captain himself, and he was speaking to some youngsters at a university cricket tournament, Shweta, a place where all the budding cricketers, you would expect them to be in attendance, and he was saying that dialogue and diplomacy is the way to go forward, because for all of these cricketers, income is of grave significance. That's again when the players have started to speak out. Today, Chittagong Royals were expected to take on Naukhali Express in Mirpur. They did not travel to Mirpur. Instead, a press conference happened in Dhaka where, a player called Miraz, he came out, he stepped out, he voiced his concerns. He said, people are under this misconception that the government ends paying up all the cricketers. That's not true. We, in fact, give 25 to 30% tax on our income. And if there is no ICC tournament, most of our, income comes from ICC tournaments. So if Bangladesh does not go and play a T20 International World Cup tournament, which is hosted by India, of course, then that's a problem for all the Bangladeshi players, because where will the income, generate from? And the 25 to 30% tax aspect is something that he's again highlighted. So he's saying these remarks were uncalled for. They should not have happened, condemning all of those. And Tamim Iqbal also makes quite a solid point at that point in time that, we need our players to go out and play cricket. Now, of course, India, Bangladesh, diplomacy ties are souring by the day. Look at all these cases that have happened, mob lynchings as well. And whether Bangladesh is going to actually play in India or a neutral ground, still we need a proper decision on that particular front. But the Bangladesh Premier League, it's completely plunged into turmoil. No games that have taken place. The first game was supposed to take place today, 1 p.m. Now, there is a 48-hour ultimatum. They want it in writing, but we'll still have to wait and find out as to what really happens, Shweta.
All right. Before I let you go, Kabir, BCB has, of course, said that there's 48-hour ultimatum and Nazmul Islam will resign, although the constitution of BCB does not allow for a person to be removed from his position. So Nazmul Islam has to go on his own accord. And if he doesn't go, where does the future of Bangladesh cricket lies?
it's not just Nazmul Islam who's at in the eye of the storm, Shweta. There was a COAB meeting that was held today, and over there at least 5 different points that were highlighted as well. Let me just quickly read out those points to you. Crisis in the Dhaka First Division cricket. There are problems in the grassroots level of Bangladesh cricket. BCB's handling of sexual harassment allegations involving women cricketers. These are stark problems that need proper redressal. Poor facilities and limited opportunities for women's cricket. Demand for institutional accountability within the Bangladesh Cricketing Board. So it's not just one comment that Nazmul Islam has to now face the ire of all the other cricketers as well. These are 4-5 major problems that the Bangladesh Cricketing Board has to now take a look at. But of course, at the top is the resignation of Nazmul Islam himself. You rightly pointed out, but constitution rules, of course, they can be sidelined if everybody raises their voice together. If no cricket happens, then of course the people of Bangladesh will get onto the roads. And like I mentioned before, without any ICC tournament, there's no money for those Bangladeshi players, and that means no more 25 to 30% tax for the government itself. So it's a vicious cycle, but the noose is certainly tightening around Nazmul Islam, needless to say.
All right, noose is tightening, and the future of Bangladesh cricket hangs in balance there.